my anti-Taken and anti-Hive armor sets today. What we're going to do is going to visit the Menagerie, and we're going to slowly grind for those precious, in the words of more consoles, precious loot. You know, I probably said that horribly wrong, but I'll work on my accent. That's a door. So the reason being is because I want to showcase how awesome it is to have an anti-anything. So anti, which just means opposite or opposed to anything. Well, I should not say anything. It's not awesome to have a, not to be an antichrist because, well, let's just face it. You're on the losing side. I'm just going to put it that way. If you're an antichrist. So, all glory to God. I am a Christian till the day I die. God has worked His awesome hands into bringing me back. I was running from a little bit, behaving how I should, and you guys see it in the streams, cursing, this and that. But, what's awesome is not how good or flawed we are, but it's how faithful God is in spite of how flawed we are. That is awesome. Anyways, we're going to work on a anti-evil armor set. So, anti-Hive and Taken. So, we are going to be working on, and the reason why I say anti-Hive, you're like, what do I mean by anti-Hive armor set? So, if I draw your guys' attention to collections, right? These are probably the most underused armor sets, in my opinion. I'm not sure about you guys, but on console, unless it's just my lobby that people don't like them. But it's a personal conviction on my part, and how awesome really these armor sets are. So let's go to open world. We're not going to go to there. Those are garbage. So we're going to go to I want to get the whole armor set for the spoils of the shore. But anyways, the opulent armor set, opulent duelists set, to be more specific. If you go here, an opulent mod, if you're in collections, you're not going to see anything. But if I go also to the Reverie Dawn armor set, or to the Last Wish Raid armor set. Look, it's a year, it doesn't seem to be special at all, like in any sort of way possible. But if we go to here, as soon as my PS4 loads, there it goes. Kyros of the Emperor's Champion is a Season of Opulence raid armor set. If you go into here, you have these things called opulent armor mods, and that is any opulent armor mod. So I have Hive Barrier, Hive Armaments, Hive Invigoration, Hive Repurposing, and then we have the raid armor mods. It's really these right here that we're looking at. Destroying a Hive shield refreshes your grenade ability. It's actually pretty awesome. Although, this perk would probably only be useful, and this specifically is for the dungeon. So they're dungeon armor sets that I'm working on to improve my performance in the dungeon. So destroying a Hive shield refreshes your grenade ability. This would probably only be useful in both the beginning of the no, just after the plate room. That's where this would be useful. Defeating a challenging hive enemy refreshes your class ability. That right there. That changes things right there. Because there's challenging enemies all over the place. Hive armaments. Defeating an enemy with a grenade grants heavy ammo. And then there's Hive barrier. This mod's abilities cannot stack across multiple copies, which means when you put this on, you can only put on one, just like this. It would be useless to waste it on two, which I could see me using these three if I had. I don't think I have the other armor. Let's go to collections. Let's see what I'm missing. Come on, open up. I have an older PS4, and that's why you hear the jet engine powering up the background. General, would it be in general? Yeah, it would be. Paragon mod is... Wow. Bungie removed it from my inventory. Wow. I don't understand that, but okay. So, if we go to here, what's this? If we go to here, we're going to see defeating a taken enemy with a grenade grants heavy ammo. Now, I'd have to do the Last Wish raid in order to do that, and I would have to do it constantly, but it is so worth it to get these two right here, these three. Now, if we go Fallen, okay, the last page, this should be Hive, and I have all the Hive, so I'm not missing any. And I have that. Why doesn't it say I don't have it when I actually have it? I don't know why. But I have roughly an hour and 45 minutes, so let's get this going. I've talked enough to last a lifetime, so now what we're going to do is launch up the Menagerie, which means grinding the Menagerie for a while. Like when I get home, I want to get a Last Wish raid in, because I want that loot. Hey, Dylan. 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 Hey, Clutch.
What's up?
Not much. My brother invited me to a party, and I just saw that. And I just saw yours. So I thought I'd send you an invite to come in this one. Not much, I'm just grinding for the opulent armor set and the Reverie Dawn armor set. And the Menagerie.
I'm just grinding Glimmer and Shards so I can finish my goal for where I want to be by the time the next weekly reset comes up, if the event isn't finished by then.
Do you think the event's going to be finished by then?
Considering they gave us a way to bypass putting in fractaling planetary obelisks, yeah, it's definitely quite possible.
There will be no bombs or swords. No
I wouldn't be
logic
surprised
cells.
if the event finished next week.
Oh.
is if you didn't pay attention to the tower obelisks, you can buy the exotic light fuse activated. That costs legendary cards. You got a large that's called Captain Death.
I saw that.
That it adds up to for the bonus tower revenue is bond levels all more than
Yeah, I did see that. What do you think about them bringing back Trials? Hey, Dylan.
I think if they don't bring Trials back and Trials doesn't come back next season, I'm deleting this game.
Wow.
I'm tired of having my favorite thing dangled in front of my face for the past year, and if they don't bring it back, I'm done.
I think they're bringing it back. At least I hope. Dylan, you there?
Actually, I won't delete this one. I'll delete my characters off the game, and I'll just go back to doing recos like I used to.
Well, I hope they do bring it back. Is Dylan talking? Oh, I hate so much this Hive.
Scribes, take note of this victory. Take
I'm
note.
gonna work to change that. Wow, dude. You can be sure that I will not res you. When you guys are dying left and right and leaving me freaking alone and then go ahead and teabag me, yeah, when you die, I will do the same thing to you, sir, and I will not res you. Get your try-hard business out of the freaking menagerie.
I honestly wasn't even paying attention to that crap. I go in a menagerie for guns, I don't really give a crap about the other people in it.
Have you ever tried to free an energy people from their interstellar conduits? It is a task only I, Emperor Callus, could undertake.
Definitely gonna have to get used to these sights and this trophy hunting. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get used to this. They're really wonky. Maybe I need to handle them masterfully.
Cleverly done.
You know, I feel like being that guy, so I'm gonna be that guy.
Many guardians have impressed me in this gauntlet. It will disappoint me if you fail. Do not disappoint.
That Goomba. That's okay. It's time to change things.
A modest performance, but it could be improved. Light and shadow, intimately intertwined. Will you light the way, or will you be snuffed out? Hive cannot be convinced they are wrong. Sword logic is the only argument they understand. You've come too far to hold back now. Free yourself from all distractions. This fight, this moment, this is all there is.
Hey, Dylan. Dylan.
Oh, you've proven once more that your frail body holds so much promise.
There you go. I feel better. Teabag me? Oh, I started the encounter with that button of flag. Oh. Well, multi-kill clip is broken. Did you know that, Fletch?
Yeah.
And then Wormgod, I think Caress, and then what was the other one?
Wormcog Caress is banned from the game right now, bro.
Well, I know that, but what about the other one? Oh, what was it? Winter's Guile?
Yeah, also banned. That was
Nope.
like 2 weeks ago.
No, they fixed
No, they didn't.
in the last patch they said they fixed it, and then it still broke.
Yeah.
So did they reban them in this last update?
No, like 30 minutes after they said they fixed it, they banned it again.
Oh. But they have like a master kill switch that doesn't allow you to equip certain things?
Yeah, they can flip a button, press a button, and you won't be able to use a gun. They did the same thing with Rat King when Rat King came out. Rat King was unable to be used for like 8 months.
Why?
Because it was doing 20 times more damage than intended in a fire team of 6.
Well,
You could one-plate Callus in less than 2 seconds. It was dumb. Things like that are not meant to be in the game. It takes the challenge out of the game.
yeah, not that I don't agree with you. It's still kind of funny that Bungie's, well, they keep breaking things.
Well, you gotta remember they're an independent contractor company now.
Oh, I know that.
They're no longer a AAA game company. They're an indie.
Wouldn't this still be considered a AAA game?
No. It would not. The developers are an independent company. They have no funding besides themselves. That makes it an independent game.
Well, I'd say I was doing pretty good for an independent game then.
Anthem has more funding than this game, bro.
Well, Anthem was a complete and utter, like, trash bin.
It's actually doing pretty well right now.
Did they fix a bunch of stuff?
Yeah, they just rolled out a patch last month.
I may check it out again. But, hey Dylan.
Even with the bugs, I rather enjoyed it.
I did. I did. I'll be honest that I did. But what pissed me off is that I paid all this money essentially for them to re-release it out in to other people to play the game with the whole Iron Legion set, and I was just I was hopeful, and then that's when all the major crashes started happening, and then
Well, all that stuff was just cosmetics, dude. I mean, anything that you pay for besides the actual base game is just cosmetics.
I don't know. I wanted them to fix it because I love the idea that they're going for with Anthem, and I loved it, and I wanted it to compete with Destiny because I wanted Destiny to get better, you know, Bungie to pick up their pace and stuff like that when they were still with Activision. But then I was hopeful that BioWare would, you know, I was hopeful for the game. I enjoyed the campaign, and then yeah.
Activision was a bad pairing for Bungie. They should have stayed with Microsoft. Out of the dumbest decisions they've ever done, ever since Luke took over, the company has gone to shit.
Luke Smith should have been fired. That's my personal opinion.
Look at the first year of Destiny 1. They literally 6 months into the game rewrit the entire script. They fired actors, they fired conductors for the soundtrack, they rewrit the entire music. They butchered the game. The game, when it first came out, was good. It was grindy. It was challenging. Strikes were not just a trivial task, they actually took a while to do. Everything in the game at that point was challenging compared to PvP, compared to everything. When House of Wolves and Trials first dropped, I was happy. I was pretty happy with how things were. Even though the Last Word and Thorn meta, along with the Warlock meta, allowed me to go into Trials and 1v3 people all day long. That's the part I enjoyed because I made a lot of money. Everybody I worked with played Destiny at this network, and they're like, oh man, I can't get good at this stupid Trials of Osiris mode. I was like, oh yeah? You got PayPal? They're like, yeah. I was like, oh, you want a Flawless? It's like, what do you mean? $50, I'll get you a Flawless. Because I didn't need teammates back then. That was back when firebolts could one-shot people.
And not to mention the Stormcrawler melee, the stupid.
That was
range.
before Stormcaller ever came out, bro.
Well, I'm talking about afterwards.
Nah, like Taken King kind of ruined Trials. I liked House of Wolves Trials. Like first Trials was good. I really enjoyed it.
I never got into Trials. I wasn't a PvPer at all.
Trials was mainly grenade, melee, and gun skill. It was literally gun skill. Like, all I really needed was my LDR, her Benevolent, Shadow of Veils, Black Hammer, and a Thorn and a Last Word. It didn't really matter what my heavy was. And I specifically ran everybody's recovs on freaking Solar Warlocks just for Firebolts, because I could run 2 of them. And it was super easy to get solo do a win that way, because I'll just be like, Firebolt, Firebolt.
What are you up to, Dylan?
Nothing. I'm about to go upgrade some obelisks.
Oh, with the enhanced, the exotic
Mm-hmm.
factoring. Yeah, Sangus is the one that got me into PvP. He was the one that got me into PvP. And Destiny 2.
I got myself into PvP.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Like, I hated it so much. In Destiny 1, I literally would just go in there for the weeklies and D1 and all that kind of stuff and just do bounties, and that was it. I was out. Sangus actually helped me change my mind about it. I actually rather enjoy it now.
I'll never be able to change my fucking stats on that on PvP.
What do you mean?
I played so much whenever I was like really shit at PvP. I played so much that my stats are forever going to be negative.
That's a good thing to have in this game, in all honesty, dude.
Yeah.
The match.
I mean, you want to match people like Overrated, ZK Mushroom, Triple Wreck, Frostbolt. I could go on all day from the Twitch and YouTube directory.
Are they on PS4? I thought they were on PC.
They play all platforms, dude. Crossplay came out in October.
That's right. I forgot about crossplay.
All they gotta do is plug a console in and they can drag their account anywhere they want. They play this game strictly for money, and they're good at it.
I like ZK Mushroom. It's I watched some of his videos. That freaking cheater, that warlock, that just was like the Flash. Dude, they were still killing him. It was hilarious. It's like
ZK cheats too, dude. He got disqualified off of a Face-It tournament just for the fact he was using aimbots the other day.
Wait, what?
He was using aimbots on his PlayStation in a Face-It tournament.
Oh, come on, man.
Half the streamers out there cheat, bro. Like, they're not as good as you think they are. They just manipulate the game, and they manipulate the numbers, because that's what Destiny boils down to, is numbers. It's a thinking game. It's not really a run-and-gun skill game. It's based off of numbers. Why do you think everybody in comp uses spare rations? Because it's got a 95 aim assist hitbox. It literally has the biggest hitbox of any hand cannon in the game. And while it is a good-feeling hand cannon, and it is my favorite hand cannon in the game right now.
Takes little to no skill because of the aim assist.
Because if you get the right rolls with it, you can literally just... That's why it's nicknamed right now Spam Rations. Because everybody goes for Rampage, Kill Clip, Rapid Hit rolls. Or Rangefinder Rapid Hit. Like, that's why I did Tase account. I did Tase account all the way up to Mythic 3, dude. In 3 days.
That's...
Using the curated Soul Survivor and a spare rations. That's it. I never picked up heavy once, and I put on, and for the games I needed to be really sweaty, I just put on an Air Until and Controverse Hold. All I gotta do.
That was... Yeah, I was using that. Me and Dylan, and then Dom, my coworker, were doing comp, and I put on Air Until. And then it got really sweaty because I faced against a girl. I sent her a friend request. She never accepted it. The one girl, I think it was Miss something, Solitude. The other day, Dylan, it was Miss Solitude something else, and that it was the last match that me and you and Dom played before.
You expect me to fucking remember these people's names? I just go in there and just fucking try to get to legend.
Well, bro, I got 1,500 people on my friends list. I don't even remember who 99% of them are. I have a short list of people that I play this game with. The rest of the people on my friends list, if they're not in my clan of Clutch, or they're not like you and Skylar and Crow and Ben and like maybe 25 other people, I don't remember the rest. And everybody's changed their name way too goddamn much for me to even pay attention.
Yeah, I didn't want to change my name Guardian because I've had that since D1. But I did want to change the dash 2013.
See, I just kept mine because I was like, you know, screw it.
And it was free. It was free, so if I really want to change it back, I'll change it back if it's not taken.
Your name can never be taken.
Guardian.
2013 will never be taken.
Oh, well, never mind then. Well, I guess so. If I want to change it back, I'll change it back.
You can
Oh,
change it back, I think it is within 3 months. After that, it's up for grabs for anybody.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yep.
okay. Well, I think it hasn't.
Leviathan was once a prison ship. The Menagerie was my cell. It's beautiful. So
But there's so much computer jargon you can use to manipulate it. Like,
The Hive are
because I have another PlayStation account that's exactly the exact same name that I have right now. And you want to know why it looks so similar? Because literally you could go look up Clutch X Chaos X, and there's an exact duplicate copy of it on PSN. The reason is because I changed the O to 0. And you literally can't barely even tell the difference unless you're specifically looking for it.
Gluttony.
I got that legend run out of the way for the week.
Well. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna hate myself if it doesn't work. We'll see if it works. I'm hoping RNG will be on my side for once and get me. I put a recovery for the chalice set in there, and I'm hoping I get recovery and resilience. Those two 5 sets on the 2 pieces of the other drop. Hoping.
Let me go visit Spider for them now.
I got a steel feather repeater I actually like. And I don't like auto rifles outside of breakneck and
I don't like low impacts like that.
well, this one I like because it has armor piercing rounds. Ambitious assassin has osmosis. That's why I like it.
I just don't like kinetic auto rifles as well. They've got to be a high impact, like what's it called from the season pass last season. That was a decent gun.
Which gun?
From the season pass, the auto rifle last season.
Blue Perfect?
Yeah. The static roll that you got to start off with was a really solid gun. I've killed quite a lot of Guardians with it. I've killed a lot of ads with it. I've killed some bosses with it. I've killed a couple raid bosses with the damn thing. It does pretty damn well.
I liked the 900 RPM machine gun from that. I actually still have one. It's actually somewhat decent.
The
I didn't
Organ
like
Queen
machine gun.
believes she
It was
can
a little
forestall
too
the
low
end
for
that
me.
is coming. She's a
It was just
stupid
spamming all
child,
over the
a fool.
place.
Let us mock her here.
Did anybody else not notice the difference with hard light?
There's a big difference with hard light, dude. That thing shook all over the screen before. That thing stays still and barely moves now.
I don't see that.
Along with the fact that it got an accidental damage buff, like that gun's broken right now. That thing's gonna get patched quick. It was not meant to get a 30% buff.
Maybe they were testing something.
No. They even said that there's a problem with the gun. That's not Bungie testing something. That's a coder screwed up something. He changed coding on one thing, and it accidentally changes the code on another thing. Because the problem with this game, and I was talking to Keg and Spark about this last night, is the thing you gotta remember, even with the 2 overhauls we've had with Armor 2.0 and then with the Forsaken sandbox change that we had, going to special heavies, move back to special weapons where they used to be, and us having kinetic special weapons, energy special weapons. All those weapons, snipers, shotguns, fusion rifles, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, whatever it be that was in the heavy slot year 1, essentially their base code is still that of a power level. And it has to be coded a certain way, otherwise it screws over a lot of other guns. Why do you think people always run fusions and shotguns? Now Bungie's actually mentioned that they're going to address in a future patch the issue with fusion rifles being spammed so much, and they're talking about a fusion rifle, which I am happy as fuck about. You know why? Because that means people will start putting the air until down, and they'll have to actually learn some skill.
Be nice.
Because all you literally have to do in order to get a good air until is literally get projection fuse and backup plan. And besides those two perks, you could have every other shittier perk on the gun, and it's still gonna map.
Yeah, I finally had to put that thing on because otherwise I was getting killed by and shotguns.
That's the one
and
thing I
everything.
don't have, is projection fuse, but I have backup.
I have a max range air until with both projection fuse and backup plan, and a 3-time grip on it, and it is literally disgusting. I can have it at 28 weakness, which is disgusting for future.
I think that's where I would get the key. Not
Good!
So
Now
my
will
god
you
roll
consider
runs
living here
Signal
upon the
MS5,
Leviathan?
project plan. The only thing I would even change about this gun is change snapshot to quick draw, and it would literally be a monster. It has 86 range, its aim assist is 65, and I've literally got about 1,000 kills on it since I never really used it that much until this season, and I've put probably about 600 kills on the board with this thing.
Yeah, I've kind of stopped using air until.
I don't in comp. I'm sorry, I don't.
And I really only use, like, shotguns or snipers.
And I hate shotguns.
I
Period.
know,
They
Tess.
need
I
to
expect you'll be
delete
worthy.
mind benders from the game or change its cone pattern to behave more like an actual shotgun. Because its cone pattern is more of a cylinder pattern than it is an actual cone. That's why mind benders, even though you'll look at its stat roll and be like, oh, this mind benders isn't going to do much, it's only 45 range. And it has such a tight spread that it will one-shot you.
My Anto has the Impulse, MS3, Accelerator Recoil, Snapshot, Backup Plan to a 78 range.
What's even worse when I use my Intel on my Warlock is I'll run Controverse Hold with Handheld Supernova. And I've gotten really good at getting double kills with one handheld, so if I get a double kill on people, I've immediately got a grenade. And here's another tip in case you do play Warlock in PvP at all, Matt. When you are in Nova War, you have years of discipline and regeneration. So when you get to the end of your super, and you know you're not going to die, or they're running, you can toss a handheld. And as you come out of your super, if you got hits at all, or if you got a kill with it, they killed him with the handheld, right, while you're still in your super. When you come out of your super, you're going to have another handheld.
Good to know. I actually like Nova Warp in PvE, so.
I don't use it in PvE, it's a PvP super.
I mean, I like it because it's mobile. And I can get around the map fast.
So does top tree Dawnblade. So does middle tree Dawnblade. Pull out a sword, hold down your grenade button. You'll literally fly across the map and not have to do it.
I'm making my Warlock try this week, though. I haven't touched. I haven't. I've played.
Knows how to Warlock Street.
No.
Warlock is literally probably the fastest character in the game, even by far faster than Sonic. I'll put it like this: on let's take an old map that got reprinted on this game, Pantheon, right? If people remember that map from Destiny 1, it's now called Convergence. There's the waterfalls, Snipe Lane, right? In 3 blinks, I can get there 5 seconds before the other two. But one thing I will say that others haven't mentioned is they are the gods in the y-axis. Stompies and high jump with a mountaintop. You are a god all day.
Scribes, take note of this victory. Take note.
Comp legend help yesterday on my hunter and then half on my warlock, and I was pretty disgusted with myself on how I played. And my team was like, "You're disgusting no matter what subclass you pick." I was like, "You told me to take the handheld off," and it's like, "Yeah, but you went to arc webs, dude. That's even worse."
I personally don't care anymore what the kind of disgusting thing I have to use in comp. Everybody else does it, and I'm sick and tired of, like...
My thing is against shotgunners and shoulder chargers, my view is this. If I saw you coming, and I chose not to increase the distance between me and you while I'm shooting you, and you're just continuing to try and ape me and be like, apes together strong. If I choose not to kill you and try to do something stupid, like I continue to try to snipe you rather than pull out a primary like Not Forgotten, Anomalous Autumn, Last Hope, anything that's going to kill you quickly before you can touch me, or throw a grenade at you and then peck you a couple times with a primary and then nade you or melee your ass with a distance melee, right? If I try to do something stupid, like say I tried to like no scope snipe you, then that's my fault for getting shoulder charge. But and me and Matt have had this conversation before, if that's the only way you're getting kills is shoulder charge and skull fort, that's the epitome of trash.
On my journey home from the deep black, I encountered many races. None as joyful as the Vex.
Yeah. I went back to D1, and I think Insurmountable Skull Fort would be fine if they didn't change it from D1. D1, you got 2 charges, and if you revived, you would always have a melee charge. It didn't constantly refresh it like it does in D2.
I mean, if you think about it, D1 was a lot harder.
The Vex are mechanical cells. Cocoons for something grander.
Raids, for example. Take a look at Raids in Destiny 1. Raids in Destiny 1. Oh, hard mode. You die, you dead. You ain't getting rezzed.
Yeah, you stay dead.
What obvious does he know?
So I miss that, because while it's nice to have all the abilities I do now, in D1 I was actually reading Fourth Horseman, and it said it was a Pathfinder, not like a camping, or it made something relevant to that. And in D1 I remember if you had to stay moving constantly, because if you stopped, you would get lit up and you'd die like within seconds.
Yeah, because the only people that got away with that were people that like cheesed No Land Beyond because they took advantage of its hidden intrinsic perk where it would have a little red dot light. That's the only way people ever camped, was with that or Icebreaker, and they would not move. But they're not immune to flankers. Like I was playing D1 during the blackout time that we had on this game, right? And this guy started talking shit to me and bagging me, so I decided, okay, you want to do that? So I'll just put on an Iron Reed and I'm just going to flank your ass. So I put on Memory of Fellwinter, double wombo combos on my hunter, and I just throw a wombo at him and I'd hit him with an Iron Reed for 20 minutes. And he sent me a message back, he's like, oh yeah, nice sidearm crutch. I was like, oh, I'm not crutching, dude, I'm flanking you being aggressive. You're using the most aggressive sniper in the game, and you're literally just camping and hard aiming and waiting for somebody to come in your person. That's not skill. That's called cowardice.
So when I was playing a strike the other day, I literally had nowhere to run, and the only way if I could stay alive is by moving. There was no way that if I stopped to try to hide behind a rock, there was no way I'd hide behind a rock because there was just fire everywhere. So
That's part of why I like the Master Nightmare modes, because they're actually difficult. You can't stay still during boss fights, or you're dead.
Yeah.
If you stop for more than like 3 seconds, you're dead.
Yeah.
You hard aim for more than 2 seconds, you're dead. It forces people to think.
Probably why I like King's Fall so much. I love King's Fall. My favorite raid.
I mean, King's Fall, for the most part, you can be pretty stationary in every...
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, but I still love it.
Stationary.
I miss War Priests. I miss trolling newbies on the game that had never done King's Fall. They're like, oh, how do I get touch mouse? And they don't look at
I will need
quest
another
at all.
hand.
Yeah,
Like, oh, you see that big light there? Go jump in that big bubble. You'll get your free exotic there.
That's messed up.
All that happened is I died.
Yeah. So we called it the White Ball.
Or people that wanted Outbreak Prime, and we didn't do the binary code, and we'd troll them and be like, oh, you just gotta go in this room and then walk through these lasers. They won't hurt you or nothing. It killed me. Oh, I'm sorry. That's never happened before. Oh, wait, you gotta do a quest. But I do miss the days when Crota would glitch out and come into the safe room and fuck people up.
Oh, yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker.
You want some fries, motherfucker.
So this
Pretty
is what
much.
This is what I don't get. I'm not sure if it's the Armor 2.0 affecting the Chalice of Opulence and how it, does things. But if I put the recovery stat, shouldn't it be higher than... I don't get this.
You're trying to use a system that's based off of an Armor 1.0 system. That's not gonna work, bro.
One of the pieces was good, at least.
That armor was hideous.
Season of Opulence.
Yeah, dude, that shit was fucking hideous. The raid armor was okay, but that armor set was just atrocious.
I don't even think I got that armor set.
That is why we have ornaments.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to use ornaments for something that's basic.
I only want 2 armor sets, or 3 armor sets, and I really hope that they reprint them. I don't even care if Bungie copies and pastes them. Give me the 2 stuff.
What? Did he finish what he was saying, or did he have to go do something?
I don't know if you want to go do something real quick.
But, I want my Year 2 Trials armor back. I want my Year 3 Trials armor back with ornaments. And I want my Year 1 Trials armor back from this game with ornaments.
Didn't they show that off in the trailer?
No.
No, whenever they, I could have sworn I seen some fucking Trials armor.
People have been, like, flashing it on Twitter, and Bungie's been acknowledging some of the people still rocking the armor. I mean, I can pull a flawless set, with ornaments on all 3 characters, but, I mean, it's still 1.0 armor, so there's no point in me grabbing it.
It would be nice because I did play Trials in D2, even though it wasn't like Trials, it was Trials of 9. I did play it. I did get the the shoulders and the legs.
I mean, that was a really good Titan set, dude. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, the
Titan
Annihilation set. Yeah, it was. I wish
Yeah.
I wish I actually had it like a group of people that would help me get that armor set because I actually liked it. I liked the white, like ghostly glow that the ornaments gave the armor. But
Oh, for the flawless ornaments, yeah.
yeah,
It was a very nice change.
they were actually ornaments. That's why I like the Crucible Destiny 2 Year 1 ornaments for the Crucible armor with the one that changes color of the peacock. I can call it peacock, but the peacock armor set where it had the feathers in the back and actually changed how the armor looked and stuff like that. Yeah, I miss that kind of stuff. And
I
D1.
missed the D1 armor, like the Trials and Raid sets that they did for Age of Triumph and Trials for Cyrus Year 3.
I
I
have.
want my Siva gear.
I want my
You
King's Fall.
like my Lion Vigil set with